of the Baltic village named as Barangay Bata. It is a time for gratitude, togetherness, and appreciation for the essential role that agriculture plays in our barangay. People of this village decided to create a Thanksgiving Day, which is known as Tapsanay Festival. The Tapsanay Festival comes from the root word tapas, which means the process or period of gathering crops, an annual celebration that occurs around the time of the main harvest. This costume depicts the important bountiful crop known here in Negros, which is the tubo. The sugarcane is one of the main sources of living here in Negros. This crop played an important role here in our community. In conclusion, the Tapsanay Festival is a wonderful occasion that celebrates the abundance of the harvest season and the hard work of farmers and agricultural communities. So let us embrace this festive season and enjoy the fruits of the harvest. Ang paghugpong kag pagsinadya ipadayon sa Barangay Bata Tapsanay Festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome. But annual celebrations gained the interest of the both local and the foreign tourists. To join the merrymaking activities during the week-long celebration, its mating staging become the indicator. The Vista Alegrianos long for festival, not only for tourism purposes but also for the domino effect in the economic activity of the barangay. Because of its vast sugarcane plantation, most Vista Alegrianos relied in the sugar industry as their primary means of living in order to honor the unsung heroes of the barangay, the sugarcane workers. The highlight of the Hinublag Sapatubo Festival become one of the most awaited part of the Vista Alegrianon. Annually, the street dance and arena dance showdown competition respectively entice both local Festo Cordova with a Mr. Pablo Maquilan Sr. Interpretator. Barangay Galisa is one of the 20 barangays which was created under the Republic of
Our performer number 6 from Barangay 14, Cluster 2, Pamukadkad Festival. In a peaceful barangay in Bacolod City, Barangay 14, there is a festival that is celebrated every third Sunday, May called Pamukadkad Festival. Pamukadkad is derived from the word pamukad, which means blossoming or flowering. It is a festival of flowers. The festival showcases festive dances in glad costumes of flowers, presenting different kind of and variations of flowers. This is also to celebrate and give praise to our holy Mananabang for her story and for her help to every one of us. For unity of our barangay, tungan kita sa Pagpamukadkad Pamukadkad Festival.
from Cluster 6.
The Golden Empire from Cluster 6. Gold is the color of wealth and success associated with prosperity and compassion, and that defines the future of Barangay 39. This is a queenly costume created and designed by no other than Mr. Efren Abalahon. This costume is made for a queen that embodies a great responsibility towards her community. Golds and yellows are the color matched to signify the abundance and richness. The birds were attached, the back to show the continuous victory and success. The crown symbolizes the queenly personality of the bearer. She is the warrior of the community towards the betterment and progress. Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 7 from Cluster 6, Barangay 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mardigras Queen at number 8, Barangay Takuling. Linasan Festival, held in the month of February, showcasing the grilled install in the street dancing competition from different parochs of Barangay Takuling as highlight of this festival. In 1950s, Barangay Takuling main livelihood product was rice. Before the rice grains used, it has to be processed. Linas is a word in Hiligaynon from grains to rice. Rice harvest shows abundant native patubas sa tanong during the fast to give the honor to each Tacoleños. Barangay Takuling Council passed a barangay resolution last January 2019 that declares Linasan Festival as the official festival of Barangay Takuling. Performer number 8, Barangay Takuling. From Barangay Handumanan.
Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 11 from Barangay Handumanan, Inogyawan Queen. In the year 2000, the Barangay Council held its first historical festival, which served as precedent of further activities to bear the official name of the festival named Hinugyaw. It means happiness of the people in this barangay for obtaining the blessings from our Almighty. Hinugyaw Festival is manifested by signs of life like street dancing, sports activities, and cultural presentations to showcase the willingness, talents, and vigor of all the people in the barangay. The soundtrack of Hinugyaw Festival is a mixture of Latin and modern sounds. The costume is called Hinugyawan Queen. The vibrant neon orange color stands for warmth, excitement, enthusiasm, youthfulness, energy, and happiness. The two drums represent the Hinugyaw, which means kasadyahan. The gold accent symbolizes prestige, success, wealth, prosperity, and exudes a sense of luxury. In the backdress is molded into a heart shape that symbolizes love of country and love of God. Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 11 from Barangay Handumanan, Hinugyawan Festival.
Queen number 12 from Barangay 16. Hood Hood Festival. Barangay 16 celebrated the Hood Hood Festival in honor to patron Saint John the Baptist. Hood Hood is an Ilocano term which means pang salap or troll to catch fish, shrimp, and small crabs. This is the main source of income for all the people living in this community. For the longest time, people used to live in the structure of livelihood, even until today. So in line with this, we are gathering and celebrating Hood Hood Festival to give thanks in honor to our patron Saint John the Baptist for all the blessings, struggles that we pass through, success and unity of our barangay. Saint John the Baptist was the greatest man ever lived. He has a lot to say to us about how we live our life for Christ. And we must not forget to live our life just like Saint John the Baptist, spread love and kindness, especially today we are facing crisis in our faith in tested. Hood Hood Festival of Barangay 16
from number 15 from Barangay Pahanakoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 15, Barangay Pahanakoy. Barangay Pahanakoy is famous in its historical festival named Okoy Okoy Festival and their beautiful pottery. They celebrate these kinds of festivities every year of May 1. This costume represents the Barangay Pahanakoy as the Shokoy or creatures in Philippine mythology which were members of Bantay Tubig or the Mere Folk. They are usually illustrated as green-skinned humanoids with scales, webbed limbs, and fins. Compared to Serena, Sereno, and Katao, who have human features, Shokoys are one of the animalic in physicalic form and structure. Some people describe Shokoy as horrifying sea creatures with fish-like bodies and long green fins. They drown mortals and eat them. Their gill slits are colored brown or green and have scaly skin comparable to that of fishes. And the green color represents a personality that focuses on personal growth and enjoys spending time in nature. These personalities tend to be creative and compassionate. From the home of the Ukoy Ukoy Festival, let's go Barangay Pahanakoy!
Sumad!
Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 16 from Barangay Sumag. Barangay Sumag is regarded as Bacolod City's southern entrance and is commonly known as the home of the Martesan Festival, which celebrates the way of life and customs of each Sumaganon. But today's festival attire is inspired by and modified from one of the Barangay Sumag's most underrated festivities. This costume was modeled after the Darak Festival of Porok San Miguel in Barangay Sumag, held every third week of September. In our own native language, Manok is the equivalent of Darak, and the event itself is cockfighting. The usage of feathers in the costume represents how a Darak falls and then gets back up to fight another day. The basis of the costume's color scheme is green, which stands for optimism, life, and fresh starts. We would want to put the Darak Festival on the table since it is a festival of character and strength and can serve as an excellent representation for our barangay. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Barangay Sumag Darak Festival.
From Barangay Granada.
especially in Barangay Banago, which is known as the gateway of the City of Smiles. Festival is celebrated to give thanks to the barangay, aquaculture, especially in the bountiful fish harvest. Sambut is a traditional folk ways of catching fishes through the use of net and bamboos and making ritual sceneries to attract and catch more fish, which is the island of the event. Electrifying street dancing, where locals wear colorful Sambut festival costumes. Since then, fish harvest time has been an important event in the year to celebrate bountiful fish harvest. As time goes by, the local gather every month of April to celebrate the colorful and electrifying Sambut Festival up until now. Ladies and gentlemen, karina kag magsinambot kita, shine, Banago, shine!
From Barangay Tangog.
Barangay Tangog, the Tangab Festival, a story down from the early residents of Barangay about how this place got its name. Long ago, the barangay was covered with a thick forest with wild animals. Birds. One day while the villagers were having the noonday rest in their cocoon huts, they heard unusual sound. The strong and brave, curious to know what the sound was, left their huts in hurry with their spears and dogs, proceeded to the direction of the sound. It was not long before they caught the sight of the colossal. The deer is surely out of the ordinary. They sit strong drop near the sound of the Maxungay Creek because they believe the deer must very thirsty as they unusually watch the drop. They heard the faint rushing sound as it grew louder, louder by the second. Lo and behold, the colossal deer was running towards the top. The night the villagers has a big fest. Since that time people call the place Tangab, which means drop in English. Ladies and gentlemen, performer number 20 from Barangay Tangub, the Tangab Festival!
From Cluster 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 24 from Cluster 1, Pakinhason Hinugyaw Festival. This costume Batwa o Trizwa is a combination of Pakinhason and Hinugyaw Festival concept that represents the primary livelihood of the people of Barangay 2 and 3, which is known for its Pakinhason and Hinugyaw Festival. A costume made to showcase the people's skills in fishing, tested and witnessed by time, and to show a bountiful harvest from the sea given by God Almighty. A costume performed and crafted intricately with mats paired with serpentine embellished with capis, shells, and rhinestones to provide a timeless look of elegance, and it stands as an inspiration to all people of Barangay 2 and 3. So whatever problems, obstacles, and challenges that may come, residents of this barangay will stood still, moved forward, and will be forever thankful to God to those positive things happens and may come to their life. Ladies and gentlemen, our performer number 24 from Cluster 1, Pakinhason Hinugyaw Festival. Karina, magpakinhason kag maghinugyaw kita.
Barangay
Bidik Festival was conceptualized in the year 2018 by Barangay 35 Council, headed by Barangay Captain Honorable Ruben James Miranda. It was born by revisiting the barangay's history. Barangay 35 Poblacion was once a city landfill in the year 1960s until late 80s, the garbage field village was called as Tambakan by the local shanty houses, and slums scattered the bones in Lupit Riverbank, and the people slowly built the community in the fields of trash. Piles of garbage became the breeding ground of mosquito larvae, pitik in local dialect in the mosquito. Borne disease such as dengue and malaria became one of the main problems of the barangay, which mostly affected the children. When the landfill was transferred to a different location, more homes were built, and the people started seeing the importance of clean environment. The history of Barangay 35 is called for awareness and taking care of the environment. Barangay 35 was once thought to be